All right, welcome back, everybody. We got another episode of Sarcasm Speaks. It's Bob and Jared, and it's our first episode after the weekend. We recorded a little bit earlier last week because I was gone for the weekend. Had the good old annual cousin ski weekend, but I guess it's the second annual. Last year we did the first one. We talked a little bit about this the other day. I have like a bajillion cousins that are like not really my cousins, but we are cousins. We just kind of call each other that. I'm sure some people out there are like, yeah, no, it makes total sense. Other people are like, you're a fucking idiot, but it doesn't matter because I kind of am an idiot anyway.
Both of those scenarios can be right.
Yeah, they are not mutually exclusive. So I go up Friday morning. Get up nice and early, drive my ass up to New Hampshire, ski most of the day, come back. We get back to the house. It was just a couple of us on Friday, and most people had to work Friday. I just happened to take the day off. People start to stroll in Friday afternoon, Friday night, and things got off the rails pretty fucking quick. This is actually really funny because I think like 2 or 3 episodes ago, I tried to make the claim that I really only get like fall down blackout drunk like 2 or 3 times a year.
Did you already use one up?
Yeah, that was Friday night. I don't remember anything on Friday night. I was absolutely obliterated. I started out really slow. I was just, because I knew I didn't really eat anything all day. So I never ate breakfast. Nope, that's a lie. I got a wake and bake from Wacky Deli on my way up. So I ate that at like, 8 o'clock in the morning when I left Mansfield. And then I had a couple coffees, I had a bang, and got to the mountain, skied all day, didn't eat at the mountain. Came back, snacked a little bit, and then we had dinner, which was pizza. So I had a few slices of pizza, but then I probably didn't start drinking until, 6 o'clock maybe, 6, 7 o'clock, which most people that are listening to this are like,
kind of early.
That's kind of early.
Yeah, but people are like packing places out at 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, and also wait until I tell you about Saturday. So Friday, everyone was giving me shit because I was the only one that wasn't really drinking. I had a lip in, and my cousin's wife yelled at me. She's like, "Get that fucking shit out of your mouth." And I was like, "I'm slow rolling, all right? I want to get a little fucked up, but like, I knew in my head if I had started drinking, like I was gonna get hammered because I really hadn't eaten anything."
Sounds like that really, didn't come to fruition.
Yeah, so then I did start drinking.
Good strategy.
So then I did start drinking, and things went wild real quick. I had a couple 2-treat beers, and then before I knew it, we were drinking bourbon, and I brought a bottle of the Screwball peanut butter whiskey, and I don't know how much of it I actually drank, but when I woke up on Saturday morning, the bottle was empty. I drank a lot of bourbon that night too. Buffalo Trace, shout out to Buffalo Trace. And I don't really know when the lights went out. I would assume maybe around 10 o'clock. But
that's what we call power blackout.
Oh yeah, they told me the story that maybe around midnight, I was just sitting on the couch by myself, staring at the ground. I don't remember any of this.
Oh boy.
And then my cousin's wife said that I walked upstairs and like sat upstairs alone, and like then I went into the bathroom. She thought I was puking. I'm convinced I didn't puke because when I woke up Saturday morning, I didn't have the puke taste.
Yeah. Did you feel shredded?
I mean, I felt terrible.
Sometimes you get the pukes when
Yeah, well, you can be completely blackout drunk and puke, and the next morning you wake up and like your ribs are a little sore, like your mouth tastes like fucking pennies. Like it's just, and I didn't wake up like that, so I was like, I'm pretty sure I didn't puke. I mean, I probably should have. Probably got really close to fucking, like 0.4 BAC, but hey, whatever. So that was Friday night. Absolutely just can't. They told me I came back downstairs. I took my sleeping bag. I slept on a cot in the basement. And I just took the sleeping bag and didn't take it out of the bag, the carry bag. And I like laid on my side, like snuggling my sleeping bag in the carry bag.
Anyone else get this drunk?
Nope. Just me. Well, one of my other cousin's husbands got so drunk on Friday, he woke up Saturday morning and puked Saturday morning. He did tell me that. But, so, actually, you know all of it. It's Ashley's husband.
Okay.
Because they got married. That's the thing, in October. So, some of them are definitely listening right now, so. Because I told them I would tell them when the episode came out. Shout out to Chris, though.
We have another Chris.
We have another Chris.
Another Chris in the Sarcasm Speaks family.
Yeah, we have, shit, I don't know what we can call it. New York Chris?
That's deceiving.
Oh, no, because Jimo's also...
Yeah, but he's Jimo.
Yeah. I don't know, we'll think of a good one. Or, hey, Chris, if you're listening, just let me know what you want your nickname to be.
No one can come up with their own nickname.
Ski Chris. I don't know.
That doesn't... No, see, it's got to be something that actually...
Smart Chris. He's actually really smart. He, he's known for doing, like, fucking the Rubik's Cubes. Like, so our little cousins, like the 9 and 11-year-old, had, like, 7 Rubik's Cubes.
Why the fuck did they have so many?
Because I think probably because they knew Chris was coming. That's, like, his claim to fame. So, like, anytime there's, like, a family thing and there's little kids there, they're like, Chris, do my Rubik's Cube. And he sits there and just fucking bam, 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 and it's done.
Still working on a name.
So, what was I saying? Oh, so I get up Saturday morning and I feel terrible.
How come?
The mountain opens at 8, I think, or 8:30. I was up at 7. Just kind of like wandering around, just feeling like shit. I made coffee.
How'd that go?
It went. Took me a while to find where the coffee was. So then it was like about 8 o'clock, and like people were getting up between 7:30 and 8. There was no way we were gonna make it to the mountain right when it opened. That was not happening. What happened Friday night? So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I can't do this anymore. So I go and I grab a beer and I crack it and I start drinking at 8:30 in the morning.
I thought you were gonna say 2 cups of water, fucking finger down the throat.
No, I didn't. I'm convinced I didn't puke all weekend. Like I said, I probably should have Friday night, but I don't think I did. So I proceeded to drink my first beer at about 8:30 on Saturday morning, and I literally drank the entire day. Like I didn't stop until I don't know 11:30 at night. But so I'm like I'm literally drinking all day, and I crack a beer at 8:30, and I forget that people don't drink.
People don't do shit like
People don't drink like us.
No. People don't do shit.
Like our friend group, like that's normal.
Yes.
Or you feel like dog shit because you drank too much last night. Then it's 8:15. Just crack a beer, and then your headache will go away. Yes, breakfast beers.
Yes.
That's actually what I did. I think I drank one of the Trulies. So then I think I had 2. Like I cracked one, downed it, and then cracked one and like sipped the second one because I needed one just to like fend off the shakes.
One takes the edge off. Two sucks to work on the handle.
Yeah. So I did it last year too, and so I think this year everyone just came to expect it because when I did it last year, I was like walking around the house on Saturday morning at like 8 o'clock just drinking a beer, and one of my cousins, Grant, was like, dude, are you drinking a beer right now? And I was like, yeah. Why? What do you mean?
What are you, retarded? Of course I'm drinking a beer right now.
Yeah. How do you feel? Hungover? Yeah, I feel good. So I think this year people were a little less surprised. There were a lot more people at the house this year, so I'm sure there were people that were like, what the fuck is this asshole doing? So we get to the mountain, and I had bought 2 sleeves of Dr. McGillicuddy's Nips. I drank 4 of them on Friday. Just to loosen up while you're on the mountain, get the juices going. So that leaves, 16? I think I probably gave 3 or 4 away. Let's call it 4. So that's 12. I drank 12 nips of Dr. McGillicuddy's throughout the day at the mountain, which is a little more than a pint of Dr. When we took a break for lunch, I had 2 mudslides. And then...
Is this where we get a DM from one of the various channels recommending a 12-step program?
Probably.
Anyone who's actually listening to this?
So then...
Because I'm sitting here like, yep, where's the part that...
Yeah, so this is normal to you, because this is like what happens. So then we finish up skiing, we go home, it's probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock. Maybe a little later, I think the mountain closes at 4. So, we get back and I just continue to drink. But the one thing I did, I made sure that after what happened Friday night, because I hate getting, like, legitimately blackout drunk, because I don't know what happens, and I don't like not remembering what happened and the things I do. So I took it considerably slower is kind of a weird way to put it.
Hysterical, because you couldn't even laugh. You couldn't even get that word out without laughing.
But I didn't black out on Saturday. But I drank.
Hey, congrats.
The volume was much higher, but it was spaced out more, and I didn't drink any hard liquor on Saturday, and I kept it under control. There was a lot of dancing. There was a surrogate cousin who, like, one of my cousin Rick's neighbor. They grew up together. They've been friends for like fucking, I don't know, 25 years. He lives down the street. He came over with his wife. He's notorious for taking his shirt off and dancing. He's his nickname is the short fat one. So that you can do what you want with that visual. There was a lot. We shaved Colby McGlynn's chin. He had like a little chin beard, and my cousin's husband shaved it. Louise's husband was like, "Get on the fucking bar right now. We're gonna shave this." Like every Saturday night got a little wild. There was some dancing on the bar. There was a lot of shit.
Dude, I have to say, this sounds like the whitest group of people I've ever met.
Oh yeah, dude, we're all white.
I know that, but you don't. Just because you are all white doesn't mean you all have to act it.
Mm. Fair enough. So yeah, that was a whole thing. They were trying to get me to dance because last year, big surprise, I got wicked fucked up and was literally like.
Really, dude, that sounds out of character. Dude.
On top of the bar in the basement.
White girls on elevated surfaces.
They put the song from Magic Mike on.
I don't even know. I've never actually seen Magic Mike.
And I went to town apparently on the bar top. They tried to get me to do it again, but I had my wits about me somewhat. So yeah, and then that was all right. So this is the best. This is the whole reason why. The whole reason why I brought this story up. So my cousin Jolene has been dating this kid for like a day and a half, like not that long. It's been obviously longer. I don't know how long, but not a long time. She decides that it's a good idea to bring her brand new boyfriend on a trip to meet the family for the first time. Like, I don't even think he had met her brother and sister. Like, he met Paige like maybe on FaceTime. First time he's gonna meet the family, cousin ski weekend. There was 22 of us this weekend.
Oh, yeah, forget about it.
And we are all a bunch of fucking assholes. Everyone's pretty ruthless. So, this kid shows up. His name is James.
Is he a squid?
He is quiet.
Oh, it's so bad for this kid.
I didn't really speak to him, to be totally honest. I was kind of doing my own thing all weekend, but whatever.
Sounds like it.
So
you probably had a fucking full-fledged conversation with him Friday night.
I probably became best friends with him on Friday night. Yeah, I think I was past that stage, to be honest. I just imagine like Vinny on like a Sunday night, just like staring at the ground. Like that's how I was. But so Friday night, we all go to bed. And I wake up Saturday morning before I crack my beer while I'm trying to find coffee. And Jolene walks out into the kitchen and she's like, "What are you doing up?" I was like, "I don't know, dude. It's 7 o'clock. I can't sleep. Like, I'm wicked fucked up. Probably think I'm still drunk. Like, I feel like dog shit.
Think I'm still drunk.
I need to start either drinking coffee or drinking beer or both."
So that's the first time you've woken up fucking drunk from the night before.
Yeah.
I think I'm drunk.
So I was like,
I don't know how that happened.
"What are you doing up?" She goes, "Oh, I took James to the hospital this morning." 5 a.m. So I guess it all started around like 3:30, 4 o'clock. He like started like not being able to breathe.
Okay.
So it goes on for like maybe half hour to an hour, and Jolene is finally like, "All right, dude, like we're not doing this right now. Like, you need to get to a fucking hospital." So at 5 a.m., they hop in the car, and she drives like probably about a half hour north to Plymouth Hospital, which is the nearest hospital. We're in like the boonies in New Hampshire.
Plymouth State.
Yeah, that's where it is. So they go to Plymouth Hospital, they see the guy, he's like, "Yeah, you know, you had a minor asthma attack, whatever." They give him treatment, probably gave him a nebulizer, whatever it is, doesn't matter.
Too bad there wasn't a skid with a fucking
Yeah. Comes back, sleeping it off in the morning, so we're all getting ready. The whole story I just told you about, you know, drinking and getting to the mountain happens. He decides he's not going to ski, then gets to the mountain, feels better, says he's going to ski. Fine, no problem. Go through the day, no issues. We get back. Everyone's still drinking, obviously. And Saturday night, we decide to go drunk sledding. So we all go drunk sledding. And surprisingly, because my cousin lives on a fucking mountain, so we just go down the fucking mountain. Surprisingly, nobody got hurt.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting turn of events.
I don't think I've been sledding over the age of 16. So, therefore, not sober one time.
Yeah.
And not gotten like a fucking concussion.
Yeah. I mean, I got close and then I stopped. I think I gave it like 3 runs.
I've been fucking rattled out there. Oh.
And I was like, yeah, I should probably stop. So I just like laid on the side. My cousin Rick had a giant flashlight that was like lighting up like the run because it's pitch black in New Hampshire. And so I just sat there with him and talked to him.
Dude.
And I was like, I'm good with this. So we've also dubbed him, this kid, Jimmy from Tampa.
Is he from Tampa?
Well, he grew up in Clearwater.
Which is right next to
Tampa. And my cousin said that's close enough. So
Yeah.
So you're Jimmy from Tampa all weekend. This kid fucking Jimmy from Tampa. This poor fucking kid has an asthma attack Saturday morning, has to go to the fucking hospital. Skis all day, we come back Saturday night, avoids injury during sledding. Saturday night we all decide to go to bed. Probably 12:30, 1 o'clock. Right around 1:30 in the morning, we hear like a massive crash. Like, sounded like a tree hit the house. And I'm in the basement with a bunch of different people, and it's like, one of the girls goes, "Who's there? Colby, is that you?" And I'm cocked. And I woke up out of like a drunken stupor, and my response was, "What the fuck? What the fuck's going on?" And like nobody responded. So like one of the girls said like, "Who is it? Is it Colby?" The other, Megan, was on the couch, and she said she was absolutely terrified. She thought someone was breaking into the house, so she was like hiding under the blankets. And I was like, "Yeah, that's gonna help."
Maybe they won't see ya.
Colby was asleep, didn't even wake up. And then so I just roll over and go back to sleep. But the other girls were apparently terrified. Whatever, everyone falls back to sleep. Dude, we wake up Sunday morning, go upstairs. Jolene goes, "Guys, I think Jimmy broke his wrist." He fell down the fucking stairs in the basement. So the way my cousin's house is, on the first floor, there's like a hallway. And on the right side of the hallway is the bathroom. And on the left side is the door to the basement. So at approximately 1:15 in the morning, Jolene asks Jimmy from Tampa, "Hey, can you go get me a tissue?" So he thinks he's going into the bathroom. So the first floor bathroom has a sliding door. It slides back and forth. The door to the basement is your very traditional door to a basement. But 1:15 in the morning, he
doesn't know where the house.
He doesn't know the
give
house.
Him
Yeah,
this.
yeah. He opens the door to the basement, thinking it's the bathroom, and falls down the stairs. And he broke his wrist. So they had to go back to the hospital.
Back to Plymouth?
No, they waited. She made him wait.
I would too.
She was like, "How bad does it hurt?" And he was like, "I mean, I can't move my fingers." She was like, "Can you wait till the morning?" So we're all up in the morning, and this kid's hand, his wrist is so fucking swollen. So we wrap up his wrist, and everyone looks at me, and they're like, "Oh no," like, because there's two nurses there. Megan and Brianna are both nurses, and they're both like, "I don't know, I don't wrap wrists, like, I don't know." And then so me and Paige are there, and everyone's like, "Oh, Paige and Jared, you guys know how to wrap wrists, like, you've done it before." And they look at me, and they're like, "Well, Jared would probably be better at it." And I looked, and I'm like, literally feeling like death. Like, Sunday morning, I felt terrible. Worse than Saturday. And I just look at them all and go, "I've never wrapped a wrist before." Total lie. But then they were like, "Really? Like, you didn't take that class in college?" And I was like, no. Which wasn't a lie.
Yeah, I didn't take that class.
I was never trained on how to tape a wrist.
Bracing and taping.
But I've done it. But I felt so terrible on that. I was like, I can barely keep my fucking eyes open. I'm just trying not to throw up everywhere right now. So they wrap his wrist. They take him to the fucking hospital. And he gets an x-ray. And the thing is fucking destroyed. He has a broken radius. He's got to have surgery. He's having surgery tomorrow.
I think Jimmy might be moving back to Tampa, dude.
Fucking Jimmy from Tampa.
Well, you can't put someone from Tampa in New Hampshire and expect those things not to happen.
That's what we said. My cousin Rick goes, "Hey, have you ever been to New Hampshire before?" He goes, "No, this is my first time."
Might be his last, too.
Rick goes, "Yeah, you're probably not coming back." Fucking kid has an asthma attack on Saturday morning, and then falls down the stairs and breaks his wrist on Sunday morning. And this is the first time the whole family fucking met him. You can't make this shit up.
Oh.
He's going back to Tampa.
He ain't coming back. He's going back to fucking Tampa.
Fucking Jimmy from Tampa.
He might move to a fucking island where there's definitely no cold and definitely no snow.
Yeah.
I know there was no cold or snow related to what happened. Or maybe the asthma, but I'm not sure.
Right? All the shit that we did. He skied and snowboarded all day long. Could have very easily got injured there. Could have very easily got injured drunk sledding.
Getting a tissue.
He fell down the basement stairs.
Like, it wasn't even like he was like shit-faced and stumbling around and like thought it was a bathroom and went ass over tea kettle.
Yeah.
But can you grab me a tissue? Now wrist surgery.
Yes. Now wrist surgery. Fuck. Like, holy shit.
Prayers up for Jimmy from Tampa.
Yeah.
Think he'll listen.
Bless up, son. I hope so. Well, maybe they'll play it for him when he gets out of surgery.
While he's recovering.
Yeah. You're famous, buddy.
Boy, you made it, buddy.
Oh, man.
Gotta watch out for those stairs, buddy.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Keep your head on a fucking swivel. I can't imagine falling down a fucking flight of stairs.
I mean, the last time...
it's a bathroom.
I mean, dude, like, I'm surprised shit like that doesn't happen more often when we're fucked up. But that's usually because once I'm out, I am fucking out. If someone asked me to grab a tissue, they would have thought I was dead.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the other thing, too. If someone was ever like, "Hey, can you go grab me that?" I either wouldn't respond.
You would have thought I was fucking
or
dead.
I wouldn't be able to respond because I'm just comatose. Yeah, so it was quite the fucking weekend. for all of us and Jimmy from Tampa.
Fucking Jimmy from Tampa.
Yeah, so we were all joking around like, oh, we'll never see him again.
No, definitely not. There's no way. Like, how the fuck do you come back from this?
I don't know. And it's not even like it's not even like he was some like big personality and like was like funny and like I mean, obviously it's super fucking intimidating. You show up to your brand new girlfriend's family thing and there's 21 people there that all are family and you've never met any of them. Super intimidating. But like, I feel like he didn't even try to be like, you don't have to be boisterous or like, but like he wasn't very outgoing, I guess is what I would say at all.
Yeah, you know what though? I'm the same way. So what I would have done in that situation is gotten absolutely annihilated somewhere. And probably fell asleep where I was.
Yeah. And not falling down the stairs.
Definitely wouldn't have fallen down the stairs. I would have been motionless.
Yeah. Or like at least like identify like a subgroup in the group. You know what I mean? Like, because there's always that. Like, there was like people huddled around the bar, and then like other people are talking in the corner. Like, find like a smaller group and like insert yourself. I don't know, but that's just me. Yeah. So he's not. R.I.P. Jimmy from Tampa.
We hardly knew you.
Yeah. Yikes. And then,
quick sledding story, segue.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Jones is probably listening.
What's up, Jonesy?
We went sledding one time outside Shade Erg.
Yeah.
And he got fucking fucked up.
Really?
Like, bad.
Yikes.
And actually, Spoon, how did you make out that day? Do you remember?
I didn't hit my head, but I hit everything else whenever...
Alright, so he didn't get concussed, but he borderline fucked everything else up. But
yeah.
Jones fucking smacked his head. Actually, he was wearing his football helmet.
Yeah.
He smacked his head, and then you just saw, like, nobody was home.
Oh, God.
But he also took one of the lunch trays, because that's what people used to do. We actually had sleds. Well, we actually had sleds, because we're not complete hillbillies.
Yeah.
Those trays were everywhere.
The ECC trays, yeah.
He just walks by... someone that we used to hang out with in college and just fucking cracked it over his head. Like, it broke into a million pieces. I didn't even know those things could shatter like that. And he fucking cracked it over this kid's head.
That's awesome.
Like, motionless. Like, no, like you can look into his eyes and go, wow, this dude is concussed.
Yeah.
I don't know if he even remembers this. He might not.
That's pretty funny.
Well, we were also drinking before.
Well, obviously, yeah. Anytime you do anything.
I think that was the last time I went sledding.
Sledding in college, you get fucking gross.
I think that was the last time I went.
Yeah. We went once when I lived in Greenhouse. It was 2000... No, it wasn't 2015. Because I was out of undergrad. It was 2013. When I lived in Greenhouse. And we got a fuck ton... I think that was Nemo. It was. The Nemo Blizzard. Blizzard Nemo, whatever the fuck it's called. School was closed for like 3 or 4 days. They came and plowed the snow, and the snowbank in my backyard was higher than the garage. You remember that garage next to it, that greenhouse? So, Strickland, shout out to Strickland, obviously.
He'll be listening to this. I don't know.
I don't know, randomly he'll just decide to listen to one episode. And I think Derek came over and they had their snowboards and they climbed up, like the snow jumped onto the garage roof and then climbed up to the top of like the massive snow mound and then just kept like snowboarding down. And then we all got sled. I think we had ECC trays and then we made like cardboard bullshit and then we went sledding. This thing was fucking massive. Like, a garage roof is probably, what, 15 feet?
Something like that.
20 feet? And it was above that. And we were just fucking, they were snowboarding down and we were sledding down. It was fucking wild. We were obviously hammered as well.
Strange.
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Anything you do in college like that, you're just roasted.
Yeah.
More often.
Strange concept.
Yeah. I'm also a little under the weather because of that fucking weekend. I think everyone was sick too. And I think I started to get it. But
It must have been that impeccable care that you just took care of yourself.
Yeah, definitely. I think there was like 3 or 4 people that were sick or like getting over a cold or something. And I will say though, my body has responded magnificently to over medication and tea.
Yeah, dude, load it up.
Because I was the way I felt last night, I was expecting to you potentially have to call out of work today, and I feel all right today. So, which means I'll probably be crippled tomorrow. So there's that.
I hear if you wear your clown nose, it helps with the runny nose.
Honk honk. Speaking of clown nose, I got fucking clowned last night. Yeah, what's today? Tuesday? Yeah. So, some people listening to this might have seen that on Monday night, there was this thing going around Twitter that said NASA released a statement that said because of the tilt in the earth and the position of something, some bullshit, whatever, the gravitational pull of Earth was different that day. And to prove that, you could take your broom and stand it straight up. So social media was full of brooms that were standing straight up with no assistance. So what did I do? I had to fucking try it. I was like, this is the only day it can happen. I have to be a part of it.
I did not realize that was the premise.
So I put it on the floor in the kitchen, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, it fucking worked. Well, it took me a little bit. At first, it fell over, and then I was like, what the fuck? Am I retarded, or is my broom retarded?
It's that Homer Simpson, but am I disabled?
Yeah. So, no, dude, it's definitely the broom. It's definitely not me. This broom sucks. My broom doesn't follow physics.
Go get a new one.
So I finally got it, and then it just stood straight up, and I was like, oh, fuck, dude. So I took a video of it, put it on Twitter, and I was like, ah, sick. Well, fast forward to today, and it comes out that was a hoax. Apparently...
The brooms didn't stand up by themselves?
Well, no, apparently you can stand up a broom on its own any day of the year.
That's so weird.
There is no such thing as a different gravitational
Is it because it's a leap year?
Nope, it has to do with physics.
Nah, I can't.
Physics
is completely unproven, isn't it?
The multiple different strands of the broom have to be at certain angles, and then you can just get it to stand regardless.
Yeah, no shit.
So I got punked.
You did get punked, because I thought it was like, hey, look, we can stand brooms up, and no one's done it before, whatever.
Well, I think that's what it really was. So the funny thing was, going back and looking at the stuff on Twitter, people were commenting and being like, is this real, or has no one ever tried this before? Talking about, the gravitational force or whatever. There were so many comments underneath. There was, again, my favorite pastime is reading the fucking comments. But it was literally wait, has anyone ever actually tried this before?
No, I haven't.
Can anyone confirm whether or not this is real?
That's the thing, is I thought it was just I didn't realize it was allegedly specific to the day.
Yeah, but then, so people did it again today, and then posted it today, and was like, oh look, turns out you can do this whenever. I got.
Yeah, you got worked.
Yeah. But it's okay. I admit it. I'll admit when I got. That's fine. I'm not mad about it. It's a good joke. That's pretty fucking good.
See, that's the thing. I didn't realize that they said it was that day only. I never would have bought that fucking...
Because the thing is, too, when I actually went back and looked at it, there was never a fucking, I don't know if NASA has a Twitter, but maybe it's NASA. NASA has a Twitter.
Well, they wouldn't have a Twitter because it's secret NASA.
Oh, that's true. But the tweet was never out, or I never saw a tweet from NASA, the official blue check mark NASA Twitter.
Nor were you probably going to.
That's what I mean.
They have better shit to do.
It was just a bunch of random assholes like me being like, oh, dude, NASA said that today, the Earth's gravitational pull is different, so, your brooms do something. Fuck, man. When you stop and really think about that, too,
idiotic.
It's why would the gravitational pull just affect brooms? What the fuck are we doing here? But no one stopped to think about it, including myself. Nobody.
Well, everyone got caught up in the does it work.
Right. That's exactly what happened to me because I saw other people do it and was like, oh, dude, I wonder if this will really work. And then when, like I said, when I first tried it and it didn't work, I was like, I think this is all bullshit. And then I finally got it to work. And then I was so excited that it finally worked that I just was like, oh, cool. So this is just a thing. Didn't even think to look into it. But yeah, so fuck your brooms. Fuck you, NASA.
I'm a broom.
Fuck you, NASA, for not actually saying that.
NASA's just sitting there like, we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Again, we got better shit to do.
Right. Like trying to get to fucking Mars. And back to the moon. I heard this thing on.
You mean to the moon for the first time?
Yeah, that's true. Well,
depends on who you ask.
Depends on who you ask. I think we went there. I just think we don't have any evidence. Like I think everything got destroyed when you travel through like the what's it called? The Van Allen radiation belt. Like
That's my second favorite radiation belt.
What's the first?
The Van Halen radiation belt.
Is that the one they wear on their heads to get their hair to stand up straight?
Like the broom.
Oh shit! Full circle.
Turns out everyone did get got. NASA did figure that out.
Yeah. But no, the Van Allen radiation belt like destroys its radiation. So like if you bring cameras or film or shit through there, it would just get destroyed. So I think like they like didn't think probably that people would believe them. So I think the footage that we have that exists is fake. But I don't doubt that we actually were there.
Interesting.
Yeah. But there's shit like private companies are now taking over, like SpaceX apparently is ready to send people into space this year. They have rockets. It's called the SpaceX Dragon. Woo! Which that's a sick name for a rocket. Yes, thanks, Dickie. Woo, indeed. Yeah, and I think Boeing, what the fuck is it called? The Starliner?
Virgin's got something going too.
Yeah. Would you guys want to go to Mars?
Not really.
You'd have to,
That fucking Martian.
Well, Dickie would have sex with a Martian in case no one heard that. Because right now there's no way to really get back. They're working on ways of like mining or harvesting things that are already on Mars and turning it into fuel to actually get back. But you have to wait for a certain window of time where like Mars and Earth are like near each other. So like if there were a way to get back from Mars, it would take like a minimum of like 2 years. And so they're saying like the first people to go to Mars are probably just going to die on Mars.
All right.
Woo!
Apparently Dickie's really into
So
this.
if the first people that go to Mars die on Mars, did they actually go to Mars?
Wow. That's like...
I mean, who's going to corroborate that?
It's like some philosophical bullshit right there.
Yeah.
That's actually a good point.
Yep.
We don't know.
Just saying.
Yeah. They could just be sending video from like Arizona. Yeah, everything's red here.
It's a fucking Clarendon filter on Instagram.
Just like a little iguana that runs by.
Tumbleweed.
They're like, what the fuck was that? Nothing.
Space iguana.
Yeah, space snakes.
We call this one Mars iguana.
Yeah, we brought an iguana just in case. You know, we wanted to populate.
What's that? We call it Mars koala. You're in Australia, aren't you? No, it's red here. That's because the whole fucking country's on fire.
Yeah. Hey, is that still on fire, by the way?
I don't know.
I would like to think that they found a way to put it out. But I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't. Yeah, because it's Australia. What are you mumbling over there?
It was a rainstorm that put it out, I think.
So the rainstorm put it out.
A few weeks ago.
So like,
What happened?
like the rains down in Africa?
They bust the brains down in Australia.
But like in Australia. I don't know if you guys can actually hear him, but he is singing in the other room.
Yeah, he is.
It's funny for us. I don't know, dude. We got. Oh, actually, speaking of funny, I don't necessarily care a lot, but the New Hampshire primary was today.
How did Vermin Supreme do?
Well, he won the Libertarian primary already, didn't he?
See, I tried to ask you for clarification on this.
Oh, I just assumed you knew what you were talking about.
No.
You're a big Vermin Supreme guy.
Yeah, but I'm not a big politics guy. I don't fucking get it. Also, how in the Iowa caucus can they still not figure this out? BetOnline had to pay out both the Bernie Sanders bettors and the Pete Bukaki judge.
Okay, yeah, the Pete Bukaki guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Peter North Bukaki guy.
Yeah, that's actually really funny because I think he's gay.
Whatever.
It's okay. You didn't know, but it's still a funny joke. That's because Dickie just got it. He's on a fucking delay in the other room.
He's on tape delay.
This is gay.
That's because.
Yeah, but BetOnline had to pay out both.
I know
we talked about this.
According to the count, so the final count, Buttigieg got. I can't say his name now. Without Pete Bukaki.
The Bukaki judge.
Got. The Bukaki judge got 564 votes. And Bernie Sanders got 562. So theoretically...
Please tell me that's supposed to be in thousands.
Nope.
What? 1,000 total votes? There are more... Listen, I know Iowa's not the most populated fucking state.
They had like 20,000.
People?
No, votes.
So I think the way it works, like with a caucus, is that it's a electorate.
Yeah.
So, like, if a district of, like,
Oh my god.
700 people votes one way, that one electorate goes to that person. So it's like, that's how many, so it would be like 564 districts went,
So what?
Bukaki judge.
So the Bukaki judge, how many did he get?
564.
And how many did Burnman get?
562.
Oh yeah.
So
So BetOnline had to pay out both people.
Right. Because it's too close to, like, legitimately call. So what they did was they split the delegates 13 and 12. So Bukaki judge got 13. And Burn Dog got 12. So
Winner for the Bukaki judge.
yeah. Bukaki judge. But as of right now, the Burn Man has about 28% of the vote in New Hampshire. And
Is that good? Is that bad?
about 50% of the vote has been counted for. Bukaki Man has, Bukaki Judge.
The Bukaki judge, please.
He's got about 23%. Klobuchar, I don't know.
Yeah, she's popular now.
Yeah, she's not popular to me though.
Yes.
So, she's got 20%, and then crazy fucking Pocahontas lady has 9.5%. And I just saw. You ready for a breaking news? Give me a breaking news noise.
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ah, thanks, Dick. Andrew Yang.
Gang.
The Yang Gang, hashtag Yang Gang, has decided to postpone his his candidacy. Yes, Andrew Yang suspends his presidential campaign as they wait the final results.
That's, you know what? The kids at the gym cursed him.
Why is that who they said was going to win?
Yep. They said he was going to win New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So just like our death pool where we save people.
Yeah.
Andrew Yang, you can thank the fucking kids at my gym because that's, what happened.
Creepy Uncle Joe Biden has 8.5%. Oh wow, Andrew Yang's super low. He's got less than 3%. Deval Patrick is running for president?
Yeah, Nico's ass
He
us.
joined late.
What the fuck? My girl Tulsi has only 3.5%. That's sad. I fucking love her. But yeah, so it looks like people are feeling the burn right now.
Feeling the burn, not the Bukaki.
Yeah. Well, the Bukkake's pretty close.
They're feeling broken.
Apparently people like the Bukkake.
Is there gonna be a late surge of bukkake?
I hope so. I might have to join in. So I heard this like interesting theory that Bukkake judge is like he's like the pick for like the guy behind the curtain, essentially, like quote unquote, for like the DNC. Because
I mean, he doesn't have to really be like in the frame to judge the bukkake. He can be behind the curtain. That's fine.
Yeah, no, that's
probably a little more sanitary that way too.
Yeah, he watches on the screen.
It probably lowers the hazard insurance of the whole production. So he is saving money by getting behind this curtain.
Yeah, no, for sure. Because whoever is like the fucking mastermind behind the DNC kind of like recognize that.
Hill Dog?
Oh shit! Like we have 3 old white crazy people between Joe Biden, Bernie Sanders, and Elizabeth Warren. We're like the top 3. We're like, shit, we got to do something about this. And then so they kind of like ushered in Bukkake Judge and like gave his campaign a fuck ton of money, and like that's why he like just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's an interesting theory. I don't know if I necessarily subscribe to it, but I love my conspiracies. So I mean, I wouldn't put it past whatever fucking mastermind is behind like all those fucking politics.
Wait, so you're telling me that politics isn't a like honest and moral thing?
No.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
Really?
Yeah.
I was really just about to start getting into it too, but I mean, I just can't get behind that.
Because if it was, Tulsi would be winning, because she's the greatest ever of all time. Greatest there ever was, greatest there ever will be. And she's easy on the eyes.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
Yeah.
What do you got?
The Houston Astros are getting sued.
This is amazing.
Mike
For cheating, right?
Bolsinger? Mike B. Mike B. Singer.
Yeah.
He is suing the Houston Astros.
Mm-hmm.
And he alleges, summarized by me, paraphrased by me, that the Houston Astros in 2017, by cheating, ruined his career. And the facts of the case. In 2017, someone actually went back, watched all the pitches, and they broke down all the pitches where you could hear someone smashing the fucking trash barrel.
Oh my god, people have no fucking lives.
No lives. So,
get a job.
In the game that had the most instances of the trash barrel,
yeah,
was against the Blue Jays. And the pitcher that had the most trash barrels sounds during his outing was Mike Bolsinger. Or Bolsinger.
Oh shit.
He got racked. Like, fucking... I don't know how many runs he gave up.
Yeah.
But it was enough that the very next day, he was demoted.
No.
Has not pitched in the big league since.
Oh shit.
So, we know they were cheating.
Right.
Whoever did that analysis, like, it's there. You can hear it. It's like, dude, like... It's not fucking hard.
Yeah, it's not... Like, because they were talking about before using, like, the little, like, devices, like, vibrating devices they had under their jerseys or whatever. Like, at least do that, where, like, there's no evidence. Like, you can watch a video, like you just said, and here, douche, like, you can't hide that.
Yeah.
Dude. Like, yeah. We're out here, like, fucking Doug Funny banging on a trash can.
12 out of his 29 pitches. Dude, like, before it went.
God.
And he didn't notice the sound. He noticed he goes, I remember thinking after, he goes, it's like they knew what was coming every single time.
Yeah.
It's like, if I wasn't going to be in the strike zone, they held off. And when I threw a fastball, they were on it. Like,
wow.
So, he has not pitched. He's 32, so his career is seemingly over.
Right.
He's too old for that. He got absolutely shelled. So, he's suing. Any immediate thoughts?
He has a case. It sounds like.
So if you want to get behind this guy, he is suing for $31 million.
That's way more reasonable than the guy from Ohio who's suing the NFL for $867 trillion.
So he's suing for $31 million,
Okay.
which is the bonus they got for winning the World Series in 2017.
Okay.
And all the money will be dispersed to LA charities.
Oh. Yeah, good for this guy.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Fuck the Astros. I don't even care that they cheated, but like, I just want this guy to win. Fuck yeah. Go ahead. Distribute the money.
So he's probably never going to pitch in the big leagues again.
Yeah. If the Astros, they're fucked PR wise because of all this anyway. But if there were any saving grace out of this, is like from a PR standpoint, the Astros would say, you know what, fuck it, we're not even going to go through with the lawsuit. We're just going to give $31 million to whatever charities you want us to give to. Like, they wouldn't even make it go to court.
Or like, hey, we'll do 20. Like, whatever the number is. But like, let's not go to court.
Right.
We'll do 20.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see.
We'll see. They have a chance to do right.
I don't know anything about
Now,
the
not
Astros ownership.
I know that they're behind all of this.
Yeah.
So now, so this is becoming like a thing. Because it's not just Clint. Was it Clint Hurdle? Was he the coach?
AJ Hinch.
AJ Hinch.
Yeah.
So it's not just AJ Hinch. It's not just the GM. It's from ownership.
Wow.
And this ain't good for them. So.
Yeah, that's not good at all.
So the only thing I could see is if they're not allowed to settle that lawsuit because, if you settle a lawsuit, you can put in there, it's like, hey, this is not an admission of guilt.
Right.
This is just a settlement to avoid the ongoing process of cost of this court case.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
And realistically, $31 million for a fucking baseball organization is nothing.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of money.
Yeah, they're probably worth $800 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably around $1 billion.
I don't think they're quite there yet.
800's close though.
Yeah, so I think there's only a few organizations that are over $1 billion.
Really? I thought there was a few. Like, there's a lot.
Like,
there's only a small handful that are over $2 billion.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of, but it's also value because I know the Clippers got bought for $2 million. That doesn't mean they're worth $2 million.
Yeah,
$1 billion.
Billion. I knew what you meant. Yeah, billion.
I think I could look it up.
Yeah,
but I don't
because I know the Cowboys are
like 6. Or am I just?
I was
off?
gonna say 3.4.
Who's number 1, do you think, in all of sports?
The Dallas Cowboys.
I feel like they're like 6. Okay. And then I feel like that the Patriots are like 3.
Okay. That's usually on like the Forbes. Forbes puts out a list.
And like the Yankees obviously have to be up there.
Yeah, yeah. Forbes most.
I got it. The 50 most. I just need to know what their thing is. Third's $4.2 billion.
Oh wow. So it says. I just want the list.
The Yankees are 4.6 and they're second. I know. I just want to listen. I don't want paragraphs. This is too fucking hard.
Yeah, the Cowboys are at $5 billion.
Yeah, the Yankees are right behind them. So I don't know what the Astros are worth, but
I got the list. The page is just taking forever to load right now, and it froze. Sick laptop asshole.
You know what? There is a lot in the billions. I was off on that.
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys are worth $5 billion at number 1. New York Yankees are 4.6. Then it's Real Madrid at 4.24. Then it's Barcelona at 4.02. The New York Knicks at $4 billion. Knicks suck dick. Man U is 3.8.
Houston Astros 1.8.
The New England Patriots are 3.8 at number 7. And then the Lakers are 8th at 3.7. And the Patriots huge. Just froze again. So you guys are getting the top 8, not the top 10.
Houston Astros 1.8 billion worth.
Yeah.
And people who buy a franchise like that don't just buy a franchise like that. They have money.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, absolutely.
30 million, a lot of money. I assume they can swing it.
Yeah. Probably.
And they can do it over a couple years too. It's like you don't need to just cut a check for 30 million. They might say, hey, we'll give 6 million for the next 5 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's totally doable.
And they can probably say it's like, that'll provide us more value instead of just cutting one check for 30 million. Now it's like, oh well, maybe we can extend some stuff out.
It's something that's sustainable.
Yeah.
Depending on what the charities are, like it might save a charity, for the next 4 or 5 years.
Well, given a certain charity 1 million will sustain them for what?
Right.
Fucking 20 years.
Right. So
Maybe not, but
yeah, I doubt it. Operating costs are pretty high.
figure it out.
Yeah. So, yeah, like they have a chance. They have a chance to do something right, but we'll see if they try and bring it to court because they don't want to pay it. Fuck the Astros. Like, just fuck off. You guys are cunts. So, we'll start wrapping this bitch up.
We can wrap this bitch up.
All right. What's your final thought?
I have another death.
Oh yeah.
Now I don't know if you would quite call this a celebrity.
Okay.
Because only people in the exercise science world are gonna know who the fuck I'm talking about.
Okay.
Gunnar Borg died.
Oh shit!
92 years old.
Wow.
So, for about 100% of the people listening who never took an exercise science class, Gunnar Borg came up with the Borg scale.
Yes.
Now, whatever else he did, I don't really care. But the Borg scale, which I don't know if we've talked about, is amazing because it is a scale that correlates to predicted heart rate.
Yes.
So,
and it is oddly very accurate.
it is. But the part that I love so much about it comes later. So, it's one of those things where if you're doing exercise, typically a steady state, think your cardio, running on a treadmill, elliptical, whatever, and someone comes to you and goes, all right, so I need you to rate how hard that was. Somewhere between 6 and 20. Now, 6 and 20 is great numbers. But if you go, all right, well, it's like a 12, and then your heart rate theoretically will be 120.
Right.
Just add a 0 because no one's heart rate is going to be below 60 while exercising, and if you get to 200, no one should be above 200.
Right.
So that is the base of the scale.
Right.
Now, people don't understand that is how that is used. And, you might be like pushing a sled or something. Like, all right, pushing that sled. Between 6 and 20, how hard is that? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, a 15? Are you sure it's not 16? Are you sure it's not 14? What if it's a 13? Because that's a different zone.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's 16? Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what number did you say it was? Did you say 15 or 16? Fuck!
Yeah.
I don't know. The whole thing's asinine.
Yeah.
The scale, yeah, it was great, but now we can measure heart rate easily, so we don't need that shit.
Right.
So we don't need to be like...
We have a more accurate way to do it.
Yes.
Everyone in them fucking mother either has a Fitbit or an Apple Watch or a Whoop. Shout out to Whoop. Whoop! There it is. I love them. They're not a sponsor. But...
So since we're on the topic, it's pretty funny. There was a guy doing PGA Tour qualifying. So he played Monday in Colombia, qualified for the event, played the weekend, flew to Florida, slept for like 2 hours, got in the car, drove 3.5 hours to another Monday qualifier.
Yikes.
And qualified again for the event.
Nice.
And then someone below it goes, yeah, but what did his hoop say? What did his whoop say?
Yeah.
But yes, Gunnar Borg.
Yeah.
Dead at 92.
We missed another death too. This one is less of a celebrity, but it's
Less than Gunnar Borg?
No, more than Gunnar Borg. But not like a big celebrity. Raphael Coleman.
I don't even know who that is.
He was a child actor in Nanny McPhee, that movie that came out a while ago. Never saw it. I don't think it was any good, but he died a couple days ago. So we're just batting 1,000 with this fucking.
Well, we already established we're saving people.
Yeah.
Next year's
yeah.
gonna be fucking depressing as fuck.
Yeah,
bro.
next year's gonna suck. So, my final thought. He's back.
Undertaker.
Jussie Smollett. He's back.
Is that his name now?
That fucking asshole. Well, that's what Dave Chappelle calls him, so it's good enough for me.
Yep, I'll allow it.
Yeah. Jussie Smollett, the French actor who was on the show called Empire, was indicted today, stemming from the alleged racist and anti-gay attack on him that occurred in January of 2019. Wow, that was a year ago. He is due in court on February 24th and at the criminal court building at 26th in California Ave, whatever. He's indicted on 6 counts, accused of lying to Chicago police when he reported the attack last year. Special prosecutor Dan Webb said Smollett faces 6 counts of disorderly conduct. So he was indicted, which means he did it. So I'm assuming that when he goes to court on February 24th, that'll be the arraignment hearing. So then we'll actually find out what's going to happen.
Probably nothing, but...
Yeah, he'll probably get like fucking house arrest and like probation, because that's what happens when you're
community service.
When you're famous.
Well, no, because they can't lay the hammer on this guy.
Yeah, I mean, they should.
No, they can't.
To make a fucking...
They can't.
Why?
Because he's black.
They don't give a fuck about that. Dude, it's Chicago. Everyone's black.
I know, but they're gonna... Dude, you cannot lay the hammer on this guy. Because they're just gonna... Because then everyone everywhere... Well, if a white guy did this...
They're gonna bitch about it no matter what.
Sure, but...
I also think that most people are all set with this guy. Like like white, black, brown, fucking pink, purple. Like I think everyone hates this guy.
Ideally.
Because
I just know society.
He's just an idiot.
You go too hard with anything on society and whatever. People piss and moan.
I'm trying to Google, like, what the jail... If you were charged with disorderly conduct, you're looking at a Class C misdemeanor that carries with it up to 30 days in jail and a $500 fine. In general, most people get conviction for disorderly conduct, either end up with a fine or probation. All right, so 6 counts of that, maximum 6 months in jail, which isn't going to happen.
$3,000 fine.
Yeah, so he'll have to pay a fine, and then he'll end up on probation. He's not going to be in jail.
Right, so nothing. Good.
Yeah, sick. But that's according to law. So, like, law is very black and white. Like, if the law states that disorderly conduct is 30 days in jail, like, they're not going to... Because, like I said, they should make an example of this guy, because faking, like, a hate crime is really fucked up. It's a really fucked up thing to do. You can't. Because the law states you can have 30 days in jail.
Yep.
But if it was, like, a range... If it was like, oh, you can have anywhere from 30 days to 6 months in jail, well, you take 6 months times 6, and that's 36 months.
All right, 6 years.
That's, like, you know, but, like,
years.
yeah. So that's that. Fuck that guy. He was back in the news today.
What's kind of funny?
He's an asshole.
The whole Patriots videotaping thing, I was thinking about this today.
Yeah.
So I'm making, like, Final Thought C.
Yeah.
Haven't heard about it. You know why?
Yeah.
Because they got nothing.
Right.
So they'll wait for people to forget.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Here you go. They'll dump it on a Friday at 4.
Technically, it was still under investigation during Super Bowl week.
Yep. They're delaying this on purpose.
Yeah, because they don't have it.
Because they got nothing.
Yeah. It's fucking dumb.
Anyway.
Alright, well, that's going to do it for us, kids. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the show. Stay up to date on all the latest videos. Thank you for listening wherever you're at. Make sure you click subscribe, whatever service you're using. On iTunes, leave us a review, because that's how we get sponsors, and I want sponsors. So please leave us a review. 5 stars, and then just write literally anything. Well, not literally anything. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah, go right ahead. As long as you give us 5 stars, you can write whatever you want. And we're on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. We're on Twitter at Sarcasm_Speaks. And Facebook is Sarcasm Speaks. And until next time, good night, everybody.